So, hello everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back to the very final step in the startups world at the Life Science Baltic. 2 amazing days, a lot of talks, a lot of inspiration, but the thing that you didn't know while you were listening to the keynotes, there were amazing teams getting ready for the moment of truth. 3 minutes seems to be very short time amount to present your idea. On the other hand, if you can't do it in 3 minutes, so how do you expect people to understand you in half an hour, right? So it's an absolutely industry standard that we will be obeying here at this stage. And at this point, it is my absolute pleasure to host this pitch competition together with you here. So what's gonna happen in a bit more than an hour? We will get a chance to get to know 12 amazing life science teams. Some teams were mature enough to get a chance to pitch pretty easily. Others had to participate in a unique masterclass sessions where they were testing their ability or readiness for the pitch competition. At this point, you will see a very nice variety of solutions, and we also will have a chance to listen to amazing questions from our very professional, but at the same moment, humble jury commission. At this point, allow me to present you who are the people that will be evaluating the startup pitches and will help Baltic Sandbox Ventures to decide who is the team that will be awarded with a prize, or let's not call it a prize, it's an investment up to 125,000 euros with acceleration program. We all know acceleration program always helps startups to figure out the strategic issues that they might have in the future. So let's not downgrade it, it's an important part of this, and obviously the funding. The funding to help them reach the sky or to become a unicorn, but not necessarily a unicorn, right? So at this point, our jury, I'd like to present you Rita Sakus, board member at European Business Angel Network and board member at Lithuanian Business Network, and I can say a super angel, right, Rita? Erin Gaynor Grigaliūnė, PhD founder at Ella Fund. Erin, it's a pleasure to have you here. Donatas Keras, founding partner at Practica Capital. Victoria Trimble, managing director at Coinvest Capital. Aurelia Rutkauskaitė, attorney at law and patent attorney, partner at Trinity Eurex. And last but not least, my dear partner, Sandra Goldberg, general partner at Baltic Sandbox Ventures. To repeat again, the rules are very simple. We have 3 minutes for the pitch, and we have 3 minutes for the jury to ask questions. For the startups, I can say, if you forget something, don't worry. That's why we have the Q&A session, and the jury will definitely ask you or will ask you to elaborate on some certain points. We have 12 amazing teams, and I'm looking at our technicians. Are we ready to begin with the first startup? Yes, we're good to go. So we have a huge round of your applause. I mean, huge round. It's very stressful for each and every founder. Huge round of applause. I'd like to invite the first pitching team, Ad Om and Professor Alan Harris.
Thank you very much. I'll be talking to you about a new technology from Advanced Optical Methods in Israel. I'm one of the founders of this company. Basically, you can see here on this screen that in the back of the eye, we've got the OCT to diagnose eye diseases. The OCT cannot work in front of the eye. The tear film imager is a nanometer resolution that can slice the front of the eye and give you anatomical information about the disease state related to the surface of the eye. Here you can see the highlights of Adom, the company developing the tear film all the way to clinical data support, registered with FDA as a 510(k) exempt, and ultimately detecting the surface and the layers of the eye, including virus detection, including a paper showing COVID detection in a human eye. Here you can see Basically, dry eye disease, a disabling eye condition with many implications. DED is present in 60% of ophthalmological outpatient visits. So as far as your investment, we have no good way yet to diagnose this. Due to outdated techniques, after ophthalmic surgery, 38 to 80% of individuals acquire dry eye disease, and yet the way to diagnose the disease is very archaic. There are many risk factors, and to predict future better outcome of studies, as well as to deal with dry eye, the cornea specialists require a single device, a distinct diagnosis with qualitative, objective, reproducible endpoints, and strive for a limit to relaxed steering. So you take the imaging while a normal eye blink, a single test of 40 seconds. Reported sensitivity and specificity. When you have diagnostic tools in the clinic, it needs to be in acceptable ranges, and this was published. Simultaneous measurements of the aqueous and the lipid layer, which make up the tear film, the first barrier of the eye. Provides depth resolution, and again, single nanometer resolution. This is the market, number of patients over 720 million, over number of eye clinics over 236, huge, and our customers when we look at number of eye clinics in the US and Europe. This is basically looking at the number of eye clinics, expected revenue per device, and revenue at 4.4 billion when ultimately disseminated. So for pharma companies to screen medications, for patients, for ophthalmologists, and for hospitals. There are many different groups that are involved, and this essentially will solve the problem of diagnosing the surface of the eye. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Dear jury, we have 3 more minutes to help Professor Allen to say a couple of words maybe on the team.
Thank you very much. What's your view of your commercial strategy? Do you see yourself partnering with a larger medtech company to get this into, the end?
The question was about basically the strategy, and the answer is yes. We already have some strategical companies. I'll actually already admit that 1 or 2 of the companies that have the biggest imaging devices have already invested or are involved. And that would be part of the strategy. The other would be, to have a larger investment and to market it ourselves, depending on how we come out with it. Thank you for a good question.
Victoria?
Hi, how much you're raising and how many other co-founders you have and what complementary skill sets they have? We
are now in round A, looking to raise $12 million. The company already raised $9.5 or $10 million, including no VC yet involved because of the success, including, as I said, a strategic company that is involved. We now need to raise the round A. Why? To lower the cost of the device and to be able to get it fully automated to manufacturing.
And the team?
The team. The team is made out of engineers that are biomedical engineers in Israel that are highly, highly trained in the field. They come from the Technion. I myself am the founder. The CEO is Dovi, who has 25 years of managing companies. And the CTO is a very well-known PhD. And we have clinical experts that are ophthalmologists in the United States as well as in Israel. United States, there is already a subsidiary over there.
Cool. Rita?
Do you have any competitors in the field?
Competitors, I want to address this humbly. The answer is no, but because there's no other company that can, and again I emphasize, detect nanometer resolution. OCT detects 2 to 3. This is special technology combining spectral imaging with special cameras that gives you nanometer resolution. Other companies don't get there for quantifying all the layers. 2, all the other technologies that I showed you, but for lack of time, are archaic. Cardboard in the eye to look at tear film, staining, okay? MMP9, osmolarity. These tests, dear jury, they don't correlate with each other. They absolutely don't. This is the only imaging that can actually detect the surface of the eye.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. Everyone, let's give it up for Professor Alan Harris. Thank you so much for your amazing pitch. It's not easy to start. Let's move on to our second pitch. I'd like you to invite Neringa from Brachydos. A round of your applause, please. More. We still have an energy in the hall. Neringa, are you ready?
Always
3,
ready.
2, 1, go.
So I'm Neringa from Brachydos. We are bringing to the market the solution which will help oncology doctors to prevent most common cancer treatment errors in radiotherapy procedures. So I'm working as a medical physicist for around 12 years, and I see many of my colleagues unsatisfied with the cancer treatment outcome. They face uncertainties, which ends up into wounds and bleedings for a cancer patient. So this takes additional time for medical doctor to treat the patient. It increases overall treatment costs for radiotherapy departments and takes additional time for patient to leave the hospital. So to solve this, we made software and hardware mixed solution. We developed a disposable sensor. We place it near to a tumor before the radiotherapy procedure. We collect specific patient data and bring it to doctor's computer. So doctors get the warning sign if the prescribed treatment are not in line with the current accurate treatment. So overall, the system helps to prevent up to 100% errors for cervical, breast, prostate cancer cases. So we aim here to reduce overall costs, to save doctors' time, and most importantly, help patients to leave hospital faster. We are targeting there 1,000 hospitals in European Union first for a brachytherapy branch of the radiotherapy. And we are not alone there, but Brachydos is the only one solution which is fully software and hardware integrated, errors prevention focused instead of standalone single unavailable measurement. We will provide hospitals by consumables, our sensors, the hardware devices, as well the packages of the software which does treatment prediction. It says the probability of the injury, it shows the type of the injury and helps doctors to move forward with the treatment. So this is our team. We are medical device engineers. We are helped and backed by international team of United Kingdom, Germany, France partners, and for now we have early MVP, and we do the clinical trial there at the National Cancer Institute. As well, we gained first adopters in Heidelberg University Hospital, in French hospitals, and Roche Company as our business development partner. So for this year, we have to finalize the clinical trials. We will get CE marking next year, and we will adopt the solution to Lithuanian market. And when we plan to scale to Germany and France markets and extend the solution to external radiotherapy, which takes a huge part of the whole radiotherapy, and this would earn us additional 700 million net revenue annually. We are looking for 500,000 euros to bring the solution to German market. So we are Brachydos. We believe in the world without cancer treatment errors. Join us and bring the huge impact for 200 million cancer patients.
Amen to that. Neringa, right on time. Congratulations. Dear jury, do we have questions? Victoria would like to start.
What about your production capacity? Because you will be supplying some devices. How many you can produce per month, per year, logistics chain, and how you handle that?
So now we produce this, disposable tubes and these hardwares. So it's not a huge production, so we do it in our lab according to our quality management steps, but we plan to scale it and make it more manufacturing done. So at the moment we can produce like up to 100 of these hardwares and up to 5,000 single-used those measurement tools per month.
Sandra?
Yeah, the question.
Yes, we hear you.
You hear me. So my question is the following. What is the motivation for the German doctors and the German clinics to buy this device? Because, for example, if we would be looking at Lithuania, there was, in like last 20 years, there was only one court case for the wrong treatments. And how does it work from the legal perspective in Germany? Are the doctors responsible, and will they be dragged to court if they do something wrong, or it's not the same as in the United
I'll
States?
help you.
for example?
What's the motivation for the doctor to get into the jail because they use your equipment?
No motivation to get to the jail, but this solution is placed in a section of quality control and quality assurance. So the doctor won't get to the jail, we'll get CE marking, all the needed studies done. And
I was joking.
Yeah. I mean, is there any punishment for the doctor doing the wrong treatment procedures in Germany, or it's just like?
Yes, it is. It's the same punishments in Lithuania. So the whole radiotherapy department could be closed if something doesn't go well.
Erin,
So two questions quickly. So I understand the goal is to improve the safety and tolerability of the therapy. What about impact on efficacy? Is that something you measure in your studies? First part. And second part, what feedback have you gotten thus far from radiologists or oncologists who have encountered your technology? And what feedback do you have for the moment? I understand you're still doing your clinical trials.
We have a good feedback, actually, from a Lithuanian hospital, from Estonian hospital, French Paris hospital cluster, a Heidelberg University hospital. So we have a good support, very huge support.
And efficacy, impact versus safety?
It's on the trial, actually.
and thank you, Neringa. We're out of time. Once again, huge round of applause. Bragidos. And now, dear startups, I see some confusion in the lineup, so I will announce how will we be inviting you on the stage. So now we will look at the team number 3, iMedicum. The 4th team that is getting ready is Ligence. Then we will see Emplastrum, 3 Bionic Taiwan, Genie Biotech, Innocensus, Sepsiscan, Singular Wings, BioGNR, and Hit Energy. That's the lineup. Okay, let's move on to the 3rd team, and I'd like to invite on the stage iMedicum and Pavel Pasek.
Good morning. We can assume that every doctor in the hospital is able to use a scalpel, right? My name is Pavel Pacek, and I'm from the iMedicum, the company which is going to deliver the solution for surgery of craniomaxillofacial surgeries, which is simple like a scalpel. Every day I'm talking to the doctors who say that personal surgical tools are too expensive because they have to talk to the engineers, and they have to be well experienced because it's too risky to leave the whole process in hands of not well experienced person. This is the huge problem of the personalized healthcare market, availability. We started to build the solution just for the surgeons. Anatomical database and artificial intelligence help us to build the solution which is user-friendly and lead the user from the beginning to the end of the process without any engineering skills needed. At the end, the doctor, the surgeons, get the personal surgical tools which are individually fitted to the patient's body. In Poland, we have over 10,000 craniomaxillofacial surgeries per year, and when we extrapolate this value to Europe, we will get 0.5 billion euro market value, and this market will be bigger because of the usage of 3D medical data. We have some competitors on the market, but every one of them has the same approach. There is a biomedical engineer in the process. Our solution is freemium because we know that doctors have to try the solution before the hospital will pay for it. We are going to charge for the exporting 3D printing files and for the manufacturing as well. So far, we have gained 250K from some kind of Polish competition for startups in Poland. And we have acquired few clients from the Polish market. And at the beginning of 2024, we are going to launch our solution. It's just the beginning of our journey. We need to raise 800,000 euro for product development. And to become independent in the future, we need to allocate some money in sales and in marketing. At the end, I would like to introduce the team which is building the company. I'm responsible for the business development. Maciej is the maxillofacial surgeon with domain knowledge. And Agata is biomedical engineer who will probably lose her job when our solution will be adopted. We cooperate with Prometi, technology partner, which has huge experience with AI and medical data. And they are helping us to build the software simple, like a scalpel. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Amazing, Pavel. Thank you so much. You say 5 seconds. We will add it to the Q&A session. Dear jury, Rita.
Hi, congratulations on your first customers. I'd like to understand your
It's okay. Let's continue. Technical hiccups.
your sales strategy.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on your sales strategy?
For now, we just contact to the hospitals, to the surgeons, and we introduce our solution, and that's all. And we are trying to acquire as much clients as we can. But when we launch our solution, we will try to use the marketing and so on to sales the solution further.
What are your plans on obtaining CE mark certification and FDA approval, and how long will it take you to go to market actually?
For now, we can sell the solution because it's some kind of product which is ordered by the surgeon. It's not a CE marketable, because where you have a product which is on demand, you don't need CE mark.
I see.
I know it's not
I see
really-
nice faces of
Yeah,
the
I know
jury.
it's not really easy, but we sell it right now in this way. But we're developing the solution in traditional way, in CAD software. Yeah.
It's a CRM system, you know, for doctors.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Dear jury, Donatas, no questions. Okay, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you so much for your answers and for the pitch. Everyone, let's move on to our fourth pitching team, and I'd like to invite Legends and Justinas. Round of applause, please.
This is how your heart looks like through an ultrasound machine. Cardiac ultrasound, or echocardiography, is the most common and cost-effective heart imaging tool used today. It can be used to detect such things as heart failure. Why is it important? Well, the facts speak for themselves. Cardiovascular diseases cause more than 18 million deaths every year. Now, while the echocardiography is cheap, there are several factors which limit its efficiency. Firstly, it's a lengthy procedure taking anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes and more than 100 clicks. Furthermore, it requires a high level of expertise, and we lack physicians, and those working are actually burned out. Now, all of this leads to limited access with an average waiting time of 4 to 5 weeks. Luckily, we have a solution. It's a software that automates image analysis and reporting. It saves the physician around 15 minutes per patient and makes everything more accurate. Our clinical trials shows the software to be as accurate as expert cardiologists while being excellent accurately and no variability. It's also safe and approved to use in the EU. The market is emerging, so there are more than 95 million echo scans done every year, which generate around $10 billion. And echoes are also heavily reimbursed. So in the US, it's around $500, whereas in Europe, it's more than 100 euros. Our business model is pretty simple. So we sell directly to hospitals, either through medical equivalents of application stores or directly integrating into them. We have a strong team where we have medical doctors who also happen to be machine learning engineers. So we really know our market and our technology. Legends Heart today is used in 10 medical centers in 5 countries. We have collaborations with top US hospitals, such as Johns Hopkins, and we're started in collaboration with a major ultrasound manufacturer in Asia. Within 5 years, we aim to reach 18 million annually recurring revenue. And we are now raising 2 million euros, which will be matched by European Innovation Council. These funds will help us increase scientific and economic marketing, expand to the US and UK markets, as well as convert early adopters into paying customers. So the next time you go for a heart checkup, it will be faster, more accurate, and cost-efficient. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, Justinas, right on time. I love the vibe. You were so calm, professional. And isn't it the first startup that on the team slide, they placed the CEO at the bottom? Kudos on that. Jury.
Congratulations on all the progress so far. You mentioned a whole range of hospitals with which you are collaborating. Are they paid customers at this point, and have you actually, gotten the economic flow started, or they're scientific collaborations?
Yeah.
And related to that, have you been able to test the willingness to pay for the service amongst a variety of customers?
So within those, we have some of them are scientific collaborations, so meaning that it's very important in the market to have key opinion leaders, as I mentioned, like John Hopkins, Sonor Guys, and St. Thomas. So those would be now for research purposes. However, next to them, we have already paying customers. They're now starting, so we got our CE mark not quite recently. So we see that there is a willingness to pay, as well as we try to onboard the key opinion leaders by offering first like pilots free of charge. And then once we do the scientific collaborations, they usually tend to also want further to collaborate with us and become paying customers.
What's your current MRR, if any? And the second question, how long is the sales cycle from the pilot to actually paying customer?
Yeah, okay. So the sales cycle can be very different. It depends whether we approach the hospitals directly. That can bend from half a year to a year and more. Whereas if we implemented a PAC system or something, that could be a few days, right? Regarding the MRR and ARR, so we're just starting. So the ARR would be around 100K now, but it's our first commercial year, so we're starting.
Donatas?
Great pitch, great development. I love where you are right now, guys. Is it enough, this single modality, or are you going to go next step? What is the plan in the next 5 years, just to understand? Because it's still niche, right? It's still niche what you're doing right now.
Yeah, so it's a good question. We believe that at first, given that this in comparison to other radiology fields, it's still behind a few years. So there is still no consolidation in here. So there is a huge market. So we would like to focus on this. And the next step would probably be moving into point-of-care ultrasound, so integrating into handheld devices, meaning that we could reach a wider audience, like emergency care departments or intensive care units. So maybe that would be the next step, or potentially even going home to the patients once there are ultrasound with like patches on the chest. So.
But no smartwatches. You're not getting there. Promise.
You never know. Never say no.
Okay, get it. Thank you so much. We're out of time. Legends, Team Legends, thank you. Let's move on to our next pitch, and I'd like to invite on the stage Aurimas from Plastrum. Round of applause.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aurimas, and I am the CEO and co-founder of the Plastrum, which is on the mission to empower every person with chronic skin condition to live comfortably. People with chronic dermatological conditions like psoriasis, eczema, and psoriasis, and vitiligo, they are highly motivated to seek treatment because the conditions are also cosmetic. In Europe, there are more than 50 million people who suffer from chronic skin condition. So how those patients are treated today? The most common practice is that when the patients are diagnosed for psoriasis, dermatologists prescribe topical treatment, but unfortunately, 57% of them failing or are unsatisfied with the treatment. Then, alternatively, dermatologists prescribe UV phototherapy, but usually it's bypassed. Why? Because patients rarely commit to come to the hospital every second day and repeat it for 2 months. So then they take biologics. That is costly and have painful side effects. So to overcome those problems, we created a wearable medical device that is connected with a phone and dermatologist that could prescribe and track treatment results. We developed a product that went through all necessary safety, quality, biocompatibility tests, clinical trials, and have patent pending status. Our business model is based on the product leasing to patients through our partners, teledermatology companies. And as we are pre-revenue, we have signed 2 memorandums with the companies to start operating in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Estonia. Also, we are not alone in the market. There are some competitors that are trying to solve this terrible problem. But the closest one is Zerigo. They develop a lamp, but patients need to hold the lamp over each damaged place for 10 or 20 minutes a day. The market is huge as well. It needs more than 100 billion US dollars. And our first market will be Germany. And we aim to target 50% of all patients. That is about 1.4 million people. And with our renting price that we negotiated with our partners, we can achieve nearly 300 million euros in revenue. We also have well-experienced and cross-discipline team from Lithuania. They have more than 15 years of experience in developing and launching medical device in the market. But we also need your help. That's why we are raising our first investment round to get the CE mark and manufacture the first batch of the devices to launch them through our dermatology companies. And later on, our focus is to conduct clinical trials with the pharma to prove clinical evidence that we can work with them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Was that a QR code for the discount? You missed it.
I can give you a personal one.
OK, agreed. Dear jury. Erin.
Yeah, could you tell us more about your patents? So patent expansion, so what's happening now and how you're planning to build your IPR strategy?
So we now placed PCT, and now we're expanding into Europe. Now we have patent pending status in Europe, and at the end of this year, we'll go to the national phases.
Do you have any clinical evidence for the moment of your specific device?
Dear jury, can you hold it closer and speak louder? We need to hear you.
Do you have clinical evidence for the moment about your specific device or just about the concept based on the literature?
Yeah, so we are now in the middle of the clinical trials. Now we have 15 patients that went through our treatment, and all of them have the positive results.
Can you elaborate a little bit more about your sales strategy? Why specifically German market, and how you're going to reach consumers? Because retail is usually a very expensive exercise.
Yeah, so that's why we are collaborating with the teledermatology companies, because they have a huge database of their patients. And what they do, they're specializing on communicating with the patients. So doctors could prescribe, evaluate the diseases, and we do like an upsell for them. We're providing the device that actually treats and closes this treatment cycle for them. And what was the first question? Why Germany? Yeah, because in Germany, there is insurance companies that covering all this cost for the patient treatment. And they're working for profit. With our device, we can way reduce their cost of the reimbursing.
Odom, I have seen your pitch now several times, and each time it gets better. But I always had this question, I never asked it. How heavy is it, the device?
Yes, thanks for the improvement that you mentioned. So it's not heavy. I can actually give you a try. So patients can, that's why we separated, there's no picture, but we separated the treating part and the battery part. So patients can have on their hand, legs, it's not heavy, and it's connected with a cable. It's like a power bank that you can place everywhere you want. So,
is the device present here at Litexpo?
No. It's all in the clinical trials.
Got it. Got it. OK, thank you so much. We're out of time. Thank you so much for your pitch. Thank you so much, jury, for the questions. We're almost halfway. Next team, pardon my French if I pronounce it with a mistake, Free Bionic Taiwan and the founder Chenghua Wu.
Thank you.
Did I did it correctly?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Afternoon. I'm Chenghua Wu from Free Bionic Taiwan. Do you remember when is your last time work with your family? Working is our natural demand. Work to our parents, work with our family, work to our love. Due to the global problem, degeneration, disease, disaster, the world, making 1.4 billion population losing their ability now. Because of the manpower of the therapy is very limited, they cannot get very well rehabilitation program. So with the diversity, they will decrease 20 years lifespan. Can we solve the problem? The stroke patient onset over 2 years, do the knee extension very tough for her. Use our system for 4 minutes. Regain her function in minutes. Regain her function in minutes. Regain his function in minutes. We are the only one can provide a solution used in hospital and at home. And we can measure the diversity of patients for upper limb, for lower limb. All the training data can transmit to our cloud. It could be traceable and predictable. Now we provide a solution to our client with the direct sale and the rental. In next year, we'd like to launch the subscription model. We are aiming the market of over $300 billion. With our strong IP, we already installed our solution in 20 countries. We got several awards from worldwide. Now we provide an intelligent robotic center. In next year, we will provide a personal knee joint exoskeleton device. And in the near future, we will provide a tailored rehabilitation solution. Free Bionic is the leading exoskeleton in healthcare. We will be over 300 billion revenue company with our profit model. Now I'm calling a pre-IPO loan for $5 million. In the past, maybe we don't care about them, but in the future, maybe you and me would become one of them. So let's work together. I would like to invite you to join us with your investment, with your relationship. Free Bionic is my way. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for an amazing pitch. Dear jury, let's move to the Q&A part. Rita, I see you have a question.
If I understood correctly, you're doing diagnostics as well as bionics, correct?
Our system can evaluate your range of motion, and then we use the data to identify what's your weakness, and then provide the training function for the patient, so the patient can get very effective rehabilitation program. Yeah.
And how long does it take for the diagnostic program to run?
Maybe only 1 minute. You can finish the evaluation, and we use the data to provide the training. Maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes is fine.
Could you tell us more about your competition? Because I know that in US and Israel, there are a lot of companies who are doing exoskeletons.
Okay. Now we got 30 patent, invention patent worldwide, including the system design, the software, and the business model. And the most important is our algorithm. We don't need extra sensor to detect your motion. So we have the advantage on the cost. So we can have a very flexible business model with our client. So we can spread our technology very quickly. Yeah. Thank you.
Dear jury, I think everything is clear. Thank you so much for your pitch once again. Thank you so much for your answers, dear jury. Thank you so much for the questions. Do we still have energy left? It's interesting. Would you like to see 6 other teams? Not very convincing, but okay, let's try. Okay, so let's invite our next pitching team, and it's Genie Biotech and the founder, Grigori. Round of applause.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll have a pleasure to introduce you to Genia Biotech, a startup with the vision of making bioconjugation simple. What is bioconjugation? First question. Most of us in the room remember one of the first mobile phone adverts, Nokia connecting people. Bioconjugation, it's also about connecting, however, biomolecules, not people, and using chemical bonds instead of radio waves. Our small but growing team is based in UK and Lithuania here in Vilnius, and 3 co-founders. We all met whilst doing PhD studies in various UK universities. The inspiration for our technology came from carefully observing the nature, the biomolecular processes happening inside the cell, where small metabolite binds specifically to one position in the protein. So we decided to take that observation and merge it together with a very efficient and simple so-called click chemistry, which in fact later in 2022 got a Nobel Prize because it's so simple to use. How does it work? You take a protein of interest, you combine it with a tech, and this way you introduce to the protein some sort of chemical handle, which you can then attach anything you wish, basically. The first biological showcase was actually to assemble SARS-CoV-2 vaccine candidate, which we tested in mice and worked beautifully. That was during pandemics, but then instead of becoming a vaccine company, we changed the strategy to put our technology into various applications. And at the moment, we're exploring vaccine field with ATRI, the institute in Taiwan. We're also working on anti-drug conjugates with the Japanese company Cognano. We have entered the diagnostic field with the French company Precythos, and also very keen to enter the targeted delivery of messenger RNA and DNA genetic material. And thank you very much for your attention. Any questions, welcome.
Simple solution, right? Victoria?
Thank you for your presentation. It was really interesting to hear your pitch after we met a few days ago in the Visava event hosted by Embassy. So are you raising or not? Because that part was missing. And you know, the business model, do you already have ideas around that, or it's too early?
Yes, so the business model, as I said, initially we thought actually becoming maybe a vaccine company because that was, this application built it with the mind for that. But then we realized it can be applicable to many different fields. So at the moment, we started selling the product, which is a very small revenue, but with the idea of licensing out to other bigger companies. So that's the plan, licensing out. We hope that will be the major business model.
The jury? Erin?
Sorry, so you're, oh, Aaron, not Rita. So you're not going to be raising, then you're going to be bootstrapping?
We are bootstrapped, but we're raising.
Both, okay, all right.
So do you need the money or not?
Always, always.
Okay, get it.
How much are you raising?
Sorry?
How much would you be raising?
How much would we need, depending on what we want to do with our technology. As I said, we have various niche applications. And
would you flip a coin, or how will you make the decision?
Give me a coin, I'll do it.
Okay, that's a good option. Erin?
So you have 4 different applications currently. How do these come about? Is it a partner comes to you and says, hey, you know, maybe this will work for us? Do you go out and proactively look for partners? What's your process for deciding?
It's hard work. Yes, it's both. Conferences, contacts, previous contacts. Yeah, these are probably the major sources of getting in touch with people. Of course, observing what's happening in biotech, finding certain companies which can be interesting to us, so we reach out to them, or they reach out to us as well.
So you mentioned this is based on Nobel Prize technology. Do you
Correct.
have any patents yourself? Are you working on any?
I was about to say, are you going to ask, did I get a Nobel Prize? No.
No.
But yes, we have filed a patent in 2019. We have received a positive search opinion. Unfortunately, it takes time to get the final patent approved. Right now, we think we're on the right track. So, yes, we have filed patent, worldwide, patent application.
That's it. Thank you so much, Yuri. Thank you so much, Grigori, for your pitch. Let's move on. And with a huge round of applause, I'd like to invite Inocensus and the founder, Praxeda. Join me on stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Praxeda from Team Inocensus. Did you know that 1 in 7 Europeans are gluten intolerant? And gluten-intolerant people need to follow a gluten-free diet. But every day they meet with a situation at restaurants, schools, kindergartens, when they are not sure if their gluten are free. The meal is gluten-free. So what happens if people eat the gluten? So for example, our co-founder, Žydrūnas, suffers from celiac disease, and he meets with unpleasant symptoms such as joint pain and headache. So the main problem is that today there is no rapid and effective way to detect the presence of gluten in the food. So our solution is to create a personal biosensor which rapidly detects the presence of gluten in the food and helps to prevent unpleasant symptoms. Here you can see our initial prototype design. A simple pencil so you could carry it along with yourself anywhere, anytime. With our technology partner, we are creating a first gluten detection with biosensor electrochemical technology. Our device will be ineffective and convenient and no challenging. And it will be the most rapid gluten indicator globally. Our target customers are people who know that they are gluten intolerant, and our first target market is UK because they are known that 2% are with celiac disease and 6% gluten intolerant. Our main competitor is Nima Partner. We bought it, we tested it, and if you would like to test all, for example, pizza's ingredients, you need to wait more than 20 minutes. It will cost more than $20, and unfortunately, the dish cools down. Our monetization plan is freemium. First of all, we'll show the answer about gluten, yes or no, and then the exact amount of gluten. Right now, we improved sensor signal to 30 seconds, and next year we are planning to attract investments. This is our prototype. Our currently level is Sterile 5. And our team consists of our co-founders and our scientist team. We are very proud that at our team we have Professor Rasa Pauliukaitė, who has more than 20 years experience in biosensor technology. In the last 2 years, we get grants for more than 240,000 euros, and right now, currently, we need more 200,000 euros. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear jury, how excited are you now? Is it shut up and take my money position? Victoria?
Just want to clarify, I mean, you've been pitching like a pencil or pen-shaped device, and then the prototype is more like a box.
Yes.
So what is the way to get that box into the pen
the real product
tipping point? Yeah.
Yeah, it is the box, but it's the box in the hand right now because we have developed the prototype in laboratory conditions right now. So we need to increase the TRL level to 6, 7, and 8, 9. Well, we need to more testing with our scientist team and to produce the product. So and then optimize the product. But
I'm super curious how realistic it is to make it this size.
Well, impossible is nothing.
Right. I imagine how an iPad looked when they prototyped it, right? Okay, Erin.
Great emerging topic, of course. There's a big difference, though, between allergy and intolerance. So celiacs, people are really allergic.
Yes.
Versus a lot of people that are intolerant or grow their intolerance. And I'm wondering where you position your target in terms of sensitivity, specificity, to make somebody who has a real allergy comfortable with using your technology as opposed to the broader market of people who are just avoiding celiac. So what is your, target positioning?
So first of all, our target customers are people who suffers from celiac disease because they are very, very sensitive for that. Then later on, it's people who are gluten intolerant. The third side is people who do not know if they are gluten intolerant. They think, and it's trendy, you know, just to check because just don't eat with the gluten.
And you hope to sell to consumers, not
Sorry?
to your market is consumers, not healthcare providers.
Yes, yes, direct consumers.
B2C is a very exciting market, right?
Well,
Dear jury,
yes.
any more questions? Okay, we saved some time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your pitch and Life Science Baltic. And now let's move to Latvia. And I'd like to invite Sepsis Khan and Didis.
Hello, my name is Didis. I am CEO and co-founder of Sepsis from Latvia. First, let's start with a short definition. Sepsis is a medical emergency condition triggered by infection in human's body. Sepsis, also known as blood poisoning. And sepsis is actually a huge problem globally because every year almost 50 million people experience this condition and 11 million of patients die due to complications. And sepsis is a leading cause of death in hospital environment. So we came up with a visual imaging device that is software-enabled in order to allow evaluation of tissue perfusion associated with sepsis condition. In other words, we let doctors visually see if selected sepsis treatment is efficient and improves patients' blood circulation and oxygen saturation. Currently available alternative technologies are either less efficient or more costly. And we combined best of both to come up with instant, quantifiable, and objective tech that provides result in using non-invasive approach. We aim to deliver technology to the market using subscription model that includes also future updates for hardware and software component, and the price tag would be 1,000 euros per device per month. And our conservative estimate for turnover by 2030 shows that we could achieve 100 million euro turnover by servicing only one half of European hospitals with intensive care units and also emergency departments. We have 3 co-founders on the team with necessary competencies in the fields of management, technology, and also medicine to develop the product and get it to the market to commercialize. Also, we have knowledgeable advisors in the fields of business development, clinical research, and also engineering who can help us with necessary guidance in case needed. During previous 6 years, there have been already 2 prototypes developed by University of Latvia researchers who have tested that also on more than 100 real patients in Latvian hospitals and to prove that our technology works. And this year we established Spinoff, who has acquired exclusive license to commercialize technology. We have pretty detailed roadmap for business development and also product development over the next 4 years, which includes implementation of clinical trial and also certification device. And now we're raising 250K to finalize commercial product by end of this year. So thank you for your attention, and you're welcome to join our journey on saving lives.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Right on time. Dear jury, Rita.
So speaking of time, how long does it take for your system to determine?
It's actually almost instantly, but it takes approximately 2 to 3 minutes from the moment the device is taken and the image is shot on the patient.
Do you get it right that you don't own the IP, you only have the license to commercialize it?
Yes, currently we have exclusive license to use this IP, but eventually our product development roadmap assumes that we will still develop further technology and we may come up with our own patent in the future, which doesn't belong to university.
The jury? I have a question.
Sure.
Why do you want to do it?
Well, first of all, it's an easy way to save lives because we see that we could actually reduce mortality in hospitals by approximately 20%, which globally is 2 million people. So it's quite considerable
You
number.
see a real impact here on the stage. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your pitch and
Thank
good
you.
luck with the project. Everyone, let's move on to our 10th pitch. Singular Wings and founder David Lee. Please welcome.
Hi, everybody. My name is David Lee. I'm the founder and CEO of Singular Wings Medical from Taiwan. And also, I'm the founder and CEO of Cardio IT, which is a newly startup in Vilnius, Lithuania. Today, let's talk about diabetes. Diabetes has been ranked one of the highest leading cause of death in the world. And the impact of economy is around $1 trillion per year. The whole world spent about $1 trillion or euro to fight against this diabetes problem. And the consequence of diabetes can lead to stroke, heart problem, kidney failure, eye blindness, or even lower limb amputation. And from geographic distribution, you see North America, West Pacific, and Europe are three major areas who more people are suffering from this. Okay. And there are so many drawbacks. The pain point, I think you know it better, because traditional way for detecting the glucose level, you need to take the blood sample from your fingertip. So, and the latest CGM is also invasive. So it's not avoidable to take intrusive into your body. And so there are problems. It can be very expensive. It can be bleeding, fear, risk of infection, and you are creating medical waste because they don't recycle it, simply. So every 10 days, you throw away a piece of them. So the solution provided by Singular Wings Medical is a non-invasive continuous monitoring method. By our proprietary hardware, we use the vital signs collector to collect vital signs and blend it with our algorithm, AI, which runs on the cloud, and feedback instantly the glucose level. And the data is able to send alarm upon emergency, for example, hypoglycemia situation. And our goal is to launch the product in 6 months in the United States and probably in the EU for sending the alarm service for hypoglycemia for those people who may be in the risk of pass out on the road when they are driving or when they are sleeping, for example. So the ultimate goal is to build an artificial pancreas if we connect the signal to the automatic insulin pump. And this is our team. I'm there because I'm a CEO, so it's easy to identify. I'm there. So we have a very reputed advisory board and our R&D team here.
And David, we're out of time. We need to stop here.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Dear jury, it's time for your questions. Everyone's shocked. What happened?
So what is the technology for non-invasive monitoring? Is it?
Thanks for the question. We monitor the heart because the heart is regulated by autonomous nervous system, which is the same system the brain regulates the pancreas. So we monitor the heart activity. We specially picked some certain features of the heart activity, and we found a correlation between the ECG morphology change to the glucose fluctuation, and we have proven it, and we have published it on IEEE.
And can this be integrated like into a smartwatch, or this needs its own device?
It can be, in the future, it can be implanted under the skin for future, but not on the watch, because you need ECG. ECG, you need 2 hands. You don't do it during your sleep time.
Implants. Cool. Black Mirror. Okay. Rita?
Yeah, okay, so we didn't get to the point to know how much you are raising and what you're planning to do with the money.
Sorry, I didn't have time to express that. I'm looking for 10 million. 10 million. In 4 years, the 10 million will pay back with 350 million euro in 4 years.
Sounds like a good deal, right, Victoria?
Can you elaborate a little bit more about this Lithuanian company? Because I was slightly confused. Were you pitching on behalf of a Taiwanese company or of your...
I'm pitching on behalf of the Cardio IT. It's a Lithuanian company. I will hire local team.
Okay.
Yes.
But you have a team back in Taiwan as well.
Yes, we have 24 engineers.
And where do you plan to produce this? In Taiwan?
Sorry?
Where are you producing?
Production is not my main concern because capacity, manufacturing capacity is everywhere. So far, they are produced in Taiwan, but in the future, I may produce them in Lithuania because the service cost structure, hardware is not the main point. I don't care. They are made in Taiwan or in Lithuania. They can be made here.
Exactly, we can get fresh oysters from yesterday, right? In a matter of 12 hours. Any more questions? There's Yuri. Okay, thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck with what you do. And everyone, only 2 startups left. With a huge round of applause. I would like to invite the 11th team, BioGNR and Ugne on stage. Ugne, join me. Do you still have energy left?
Oh, yes.
I hate this feeling when you know that you're one of the last ones and you're just looking at everyone is pitching and everyone is doing so great. You know this feeling?
I think my idea is very interesting. So
your
they're not
idea is
gonna
very
be
interesting.
bored.
Okay, she's raising the expectations. Okay, Ugne, 3 minutes.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Ugne. I'm from BioGNR, and BioGNR is a startup which focuses on mycoproteins for food industry manufacturing. We are based in Lithuania. Even Lithuania is a very green country. We know that we and the rest of the world is facing sustainability issues. Our chosen meat alternative helped to save water, CO2 emission, and land significantly. In the market, there are a lot of meat alternatives already, and consumers are happy about that. They said that they would use meat alternatives regularly if the taste and texture would be the same as animal-based meat. Unfortunately, every third consumer dislikes the texture of current meat alternatives. That's why we bring to the market mycoprotein product Pure Meat, which has meat-like texture and no off taste compared with plant-based protein sources. It is easy to use such a material in final formulation. It has high nutritional values. It is high in proteins, fibers, contains all essential amino acids, and is low in fats. Price of our product will be competitive to animal-based meat. Our technology starts with liquid state fermentation, then we perform purification and HiFi alignment step, which we believe will be patented very soon. After that, we just need to pack and deliver material to the customers, who will be food industry manufacturers and distributors of food ingredients and raw materials. First markets we are going to enter are Baltic and Nordic region, also Germany and Poland. In that region, we have not that much competitors at the moment because product for business-to-business market is quite new. Nevertheless, to be unique in the market, we're working on exceptional HiFi alignment technology, which will be a combination of different texturization techniques. So by now, we did a lot of experiments in different lab scales, also market and regulatory analysis. And every batch from every week, we sending to our application center when they finishing our raw material to the final product. And then they giving us feedback what else should be improved. And we're working on that. In this journey, we are not alone. Last year, we was part of ProVeg Incubator. They made first investment in us. And we continue to work with multiple partners within the Lithuania and outside. So today, I'm raising 600,000 euros for pilot experiments, including larger scale experiments and mycoprotein development, including meat-like texture development and scale-up activities. Also prototype quality evaluation. So in the team, there are 6 of us coming from food industry. Director has more than 25 years experience. Other co-founder, Gedvinas, has 20-year experience in sales. Laurinas, our advisor and investor, has 10 years experience in financing.
And we're out of
you
time.
see many more of us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ugne, for the pitch. Dear jury, what are the feelings towards something that tastes like meat, looks like meat, but that's not meat?
So you mentioned that you don't have a lot of competitors in the region. What about, for example, startups in US and Canada and other countries?
Yeah, there are lots of startups in America. They already in the market, they selling the product, and it's pretty successful already. Nevertheless, here in the Baltics, we don't have anything like this yet, unfortunately.
I believe what you're implying, we do live on the planet with 8 billion of people.
Oh,
One
we do.
company, too big market, I'd say.
How
You'll
long
fit.
does it take from this fermentation stage to the production?
How long?
Yes.
So it takes 3 days. Much faster than to grow chicken or cow.
Why not print it on the printer?
It's one of the techniques.
Okay,
It's possible to do with our material.
okay. I'm interested. The jury.
What's your marketing strategy to get people to adopt this food?
Yeah, so very important for us during development stage that the price of product wouldn't be more expensive than conventional meat. We also have a lot of data regarding healthiness and digestibility of such a material. So it's not only the same price, but also healthy material, which tastes exactly like meat. So all these aspects combined together is pretty easy to bring this product to the market. And we spoke with multiple meat producers because that's our target customers. And they're happy to test our material as soon as we'll be ready. And we will be ready in the third quarter of next year because then we will have our pilot plant and we will be able to support required quantities for the producers who are already very interested in our product.
You know, dear jury, what confuses me the most, everyone's saying like, it tastes like meat. Why not make it tastier than meat? Then it's easy to sell.
Meat is very good.
Meat is, I know. Okay, are we out of questions? Yes, we're out of questions. Ugne, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answers and your pitch. Pamela, please join me on stage. We will rehearse this a few times, and then we will see how you will make an entrance. Okay, I'm joking. Dear jury, are we ready to listen to the last pitch? Yes. Dear audience, are we ready to listen to the last pitch?
Yes,
Pamela, are you ready to rock the floor?
I am.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do it in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. There is something every one of us in this room does every day, maybe once per day, maybe more, depending on if we are lucky or on how nervous we are. And it is, we all poop. But have you ever thought about how much energy we are flushing down the drain? Well, we have made some numbers for you. Every day in Europe, we produce 66,000 tons of shit. And that has stored 1.1 billion kilowatt hours of energy. And that might be a little bit abstract, so to put it into context, that amount of energy is equivalent to 110 million liters of gasoline, or 121 million kilograms of coal. So with this in mind, our team, Kasparas, Rumalda, and me, have decided to embark on a journey with a mission to design a system that will allow us to efficiently harvest the energy in our waste. How we do this? Well, the hero of the story is the yeast, the same yeast that rise your bread and ferments your beer. Our system attach yeast to an electrode by using a membrane. Then we submerge this ensemble into the sewage. Yeast eats or metabolizes the organic matter, releasing electrons and cleaning the water. So far, we have some accomplishments. The first one of them, we have a patent for the yeast modification system. Second one, we have achieved the highest power output for yeast-based microbial fuel cells that have been reported. So, what now? Winning this pitch prize will allow us to take our technology from TRL 3 to TRL 5 by allowing us to build a prototype and test it in real-life situations. So, let's not waste any more energy and join us on our endeavor to transform waste into clean and sustainable energy for our future. Thank you. Yeah.
See, we kept it for the last pitch. Dear jury, Rita, you see, you rock the floor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a shitty situation. No, it's, why are you using human waste as opposed to animal waste? Or
Actually, we can use our system in animal waste or in human waste. We, in this case, showed that sample of human waste just to put it in perspective of the possibilities. But we can also try with manure. And actually, we are talking with somebody who has a farm, so that person will facilitate the manure so we can do some tests on that.
And how are you currently being funded?
We are not funded. We are just part of a research institution, and we have this groundbreaking research, so we thought it's time to put it out there and to make it of any use for the society.
Have you applied for any specific grants for this research?
Actually, we are trying to prepare some grant applications so we can continue the development of that technology.
You see, solar panels are so last year, now it's bioreactor at home. Everyone can have it. Sandra?
Yeah, so my question is, can you use it for example, commercial facilities only, or can you use it at home? And if I have like a house out there, can I use it in my house?
The idea is that this can be used anywhere. Like you can use it in a wastewater treatment plants, but you can also use it in your house. And actually, we are aiming at designing a device that you can put in your septic tank in your house, and like that cut your energy bill.
And what about the patents? Who are you planning to patent it, and who intellectual property will belong to?
Building this device will require actually many patents. The patents that for the knowledge that we have obtained doing research at FTMC belong to FTMC, unless they want to sell them. But there is a lot more to do ahead. For example, we have the patent for the process in lab scale. Maybe upscaling the process to treat the yeast will become another patent. Also the device, like the physical part of the device itself. Additionally, there is a little more, quite more development to do. So for example, we are testing different electrode materials. So for example, now it will get a patent with the electrode material that we have. But if later on we increase the efficiency with another
we're
one,
out of time. Pamela,
Okay.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for a tremendously interesting pitch. Dear jury, once again, thank you so much for your questions. You have a very small job to do now. Jury will be leaving the hall to make a decision who gets the up to 125,000 investment. And you, audience, thank you so much for your patience. You were brilliant today, and you do know how to clap, right? So let's clap the last time before the award show. Let's practice this. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. So I announce 15 minutes break for the jury to make a decision, and let's come back and let's watch the award show. Thank you. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. After boiling discussions in our jury committee, we are ready to announce the prizes. Can we ask people to leave the plates and come back for the award show, please? Such a rude move. Oh my God, oh my God. Anyways, everyone, once again, welcome to Life Science Baltic Conference. We are approaching to the very, very end, and I believe the most exciting part of our event. We just saw 12 amazing pitches. We saw 12 amazing teams that are doing something really exciting, and they're not okay with how the world lives today. And I believe that's a very big mission they're carrying on their shoulders. At this point, I would like to start our award show. We have 4 beautiful prizes. One of the prizes is an investment. Other prizes are actually a very good access to a very valuable content that you may need, already in need, or you will need in the future. Allow me to invite the first person to give out the prize, Donatas Karas, the partner from Practica. Can we have a short round of applause? Donatas, what is the prize about, and why do you think that the team that you want to award this to is worth it?
It's a very simple prize. It's more like encouragement rather than real prize. And we've seen really 12 interesting teams, very different stages, very different potential paths in front of them, right? But in our case, and I would like to award a company which has really hard but doable task ahead of them in the census. Because I would love to see...
Census, congratulations, guys. Come up on the stage. Grab all the partners, founders, everyone that supported you. You can now thank your producer, your mom, your dad, everyone who supported you on this tremendously difficult journey.
It's not going to be easy to put this box in a pencil, right? So I would
everyone, come up on the stage
to continue and to see how it's going to get to this pencil.
One more time, a huge round of applause for Team in the Census.
Andriau, inžinieriau Andriau, ateik nusifotkint, jeigu esi.
Everyone knows that the only thing we're doing here is like just for the PR. Yeah, it's like, let's make the pictures awesome. Any words, guys? Guys? Okay, they're too happy. I imagine the weekend they will be having for 1,000 euros. Okay, next prize. I'd like to invite Aurelia Rutkauskaite on the stage to award our next prize. It's 1,000 euros of consultations from Trinity, right?
I should use the mic, right?
In case you want people to hear that are looking on the screen.
So the prize goes to BioGNR.
BioGNR, congratulations.
And I think that this is the company that needs our consultations most.
Can we talk closer for everyone to hear it?
Well, I've already finished.
It's personal. I'm sorry, it's personal now.
Congratulations, and just ask us whenever you need our help.
We already a little bit working together.
Okay,
so
that's cool. That's cool.
So once again, a round of applause. Would you like to say something? A couple of words? Would you like to thank someone? Or give a discount code? It's an amazing time to make an advertising.
Thank you so much for this. We really appreciate that. It's unexpected, and we're very happy because we already know what we are going to do with it. Thanks.
Amazing. And one more for the Instagram. Okay, let's move on. Our next prize. I'd like to invite Ingrida Bublis, Honorary General Counsel, to the stage to announce who is getting the training and collaboration visit to Akron. That's a big thing, right?
Well, the first prize goes to Free Bionics Taiwan.
Free Bionics Taiwan, congratulations.
My warmest congratulations to you on behalf of Akron Incubator, Akron Development, and let me tell you, you are going to have a fantastic trip to United States, to Akron, to learn, to visit, and to meet, visit various medical institutions, various business institutions, and also venture capitalists. Congratulations. Hope to see you in Akron.
Thank you.
Would you like to say a couple of words?
Thank you very much. It's my honor to get the award. And in my slide, I mentioned the people with diversity, disability will decrease 20-year lifespan. But actually, my grandma in 2014, and with the disability, she passed away just in 1 year. Okay, so I know many patients, they cannot wait. So I need your help. Please help me to quickly to spread out the technology to help the people in worldwide. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now time for the family picture. Would you like to stay a bit on the stage? No? Family picture. We need a picture. We need a proof that it happened. Yes, thank you so much. And of course, last but not least, Sandra Goldberg, please join me on stage to say a couple of words and to announce. So who is the team that will be offered an investment opportunity?
So hi, as a general partner at the venture fund that invests in life sciences and deep tech, we all know that we are working with the scientific minds. And you know how hard it is for the scientific minds to go on stage to pitch their solution, especially when probably not all the people understand what they're doing here. And yesterday we had a pitch training with some teams who were planning to come on stage. And we needed to select 2 more teams that are going to pitch. And one of those teams, they pitched for the first time in their life, and their pitching yesterday wasn't great. And even the organizers said that probably we shouldn't let this team to go on stage because they're not pitching in the best way. And we finished this pitch training at 4 p.m. yesterday. And till 11 a.m. today, with one of our mentors, this team made amazing progress on their pitch. I almost didn't recognize them when they were on stage. And we really want to invest in them. We really want to help them because they are building a very innovative, patentable solution. And they're also dedicated and motivated. So the first prize from us goes to Heat Energy.
Heat Energy, congratulations.
Thank you. And we know we had a very shitty pitch yesterday, but Wallace did an amazing job. So what you saw here, it was Wallace, not us at all.
From yesterday's pitch, we did some energy.
And congratulations on that. Family picture now. We're done. We're not done. Sandra, stay a bit. We have one. Sandra, stay a bit. We have one more prize to give. Mentorship.
And our second prize for mentorship in our accelerator from our mentors and for further help with the development, business development for a very special startup goes to BioGNR.
Ugne, come up on stage again. I like how quiet now everything is here, right? You feel it? Intense. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for believing in what you do. Thank you so much for doing an impactful solutions. I thank to each and every founder. I really want to encourage each and every brilliant mind not to waste any more time and to come to us, come to our incubators, accelerators, come to the funds, ask for advice, and please, please start doing something on your idea, because what bad can happen, you can only succeed in the future. At this point, I was Andrius Milinavic, who's the general partner at Baltic Sandbox Ventures. It was my pleasure to spend half of a day together with you all, and I wish you a very pleasant end of this amazing Life Science Baltic, and see you all next year. Goodbye. Thank you.